Hey everyone, ZenRyder here. Join me for part 2 of Peak to the Beach. We met up here at the parking lot of the Torrey Pines Glider Port, and we'll be heading down to the beach after going down some side streets. And so we know that we do not have full protective gear on. I've got wrist guards, and we do not have helmet or knee pads, and we are going to ride pretty careful, but we wanted the option of going down to the beach and just kind of having a carefree ride on the beach. We timed it so that it's low tide right now, and we should have a nice wide stretch of beach for us to ride down. Now, just in case there was a chance of anyone mistaking us for cool guys who are riding electric unicycles, Adam pulled out this hat, which is an umbrella, multicolored umbrella. And while I respect his riding abilities and his right to choose his fashion statements of his choice, I can tell you that it would not be mine. Hat choices notwithstanding, we decided to take this route down to the beach because inland it was pretty hot. San Diego's in the middle of this heat wave and record temperatures, so we decided to come down to the beach along with apparently thousands of our closest friends. It was quite crowded, and it was Saturday at noon, but the parking lot at the Torrey Pines Glider Port was like onto its third overflow, so it was definitely a crowded day out at the beach, as we were finding out. Turning off of Torrey Pines, there's this cool little walkway, which is a shortcut, leads to these back streets, right by Dr. Zeus's place, I think, and it leads to this paved trail which drops right down to the beach. It's a nice steep trail, and there's a lot of people coming up and down it, a lot of surfers, a lot of people using it as an access, but we're able to take this shortcut and kind of cruise right on through, and gate at the top, but after that you just drop on down. This is just a nice path. You do have to watch your speed because it is pretty steep, but a lot of people, after spending the time at the beach, they cruise up this walkway or coming down it, and we're able to just cruise by it. It's nice, kind of like on the slopes going up to a mountain or coming down. It's a great feeling to be able to cruise through it. As we come around these turns and we see the ocean peeking out at us, we get the same view as these $10 million homes that are up on the cliffs, and it's a nice view as you come down to the beach level. We were thinking about doing a full loop and going all the way around to the Torrey Pines State Beach, and then coming up through the Sunset Cliffs Road. But turns out that whole area is closed down. They've got fences across it and everything. So we decided we would just do an out and back, and we just kind of gathered together here and then get ready to go on the beach. This trail just drops right down, as you can see. It's pretty close. And then we're going to be hitting the sand. The temperature was warm, but we had a nice breeze coming off the water just to cool you off. Honestly, just couldn't have been a better day for coming down and riding on the beach. as everyone knows who's come to the beach, once you get into that sand, it gets pretty deep. And of course, we want to ride out where it's hard packed, and we wound up walking through some of this sand to get out to the smooth sand at low tide. But once we got out there, no problem. The unicycle's just able to ride really nice on that. Now sometimes you could feel it slip a little with the traction, so you had to be careful not to get distracted by the scenery. So we kept our eyes out, really careful, and we're watching, but for the most part, just a beautiful ride. And David showing off some seating skills with his new seat, but it's definitely just a nice casual ride out at the beach. We were also chill. Flyboy wanted to show off and practice his backwards riding skills. Gotta hand it to him. The guy knows what he's doing. What impressed me the most is, though, his transition when he decided to stop riding backwards, stop and turn around and keep going forwards. So check him out right here with that move right now. And you know, there's some nice videos of Marty up in the mountains, but have you ever seen one of Marty at the top of a mountain and then on the same day riding along the beach, soaking in the sun? I don't think so. So I don't want this to sound like some implied challenge, but that's because it's a real one. Gauntlet thrown. Bring it, Marty. One other cool thing I learned is that David had put the Shinko 244 tire on his MSP and definitely was experiencing really nice traction, just as I was, as we were cruising through that sand. I was able to ride through that sand on the way back without walking it. I thought I was going to get stuck. It started churning and just spinning sand, but managed to keep it going. So definitely think the dual sport tire is very helpful on a ride like this. You know, Flyboy did get more comments on his hat than the fact that people didn't notice that we were riding the coolest personal electronic vehicle available today. So from that standpoint, it might have been even a little distracting from what we were doing. I did say on your left, but this surfboard almost took me out, but luckily it did not. I don't think I will ever get tired of effortlessly going up these hills. Just balanced, just smoothly, and almost like magic, just cruising up the steepest hills. It is a fantastic feeling, and it's wonderful. That ice cream truck looked very tempting, but sadly I had left my wallet and all my stuff back at the car in order to travel light. So onward we went on the final leg of the way home. Back to the crazy crowded parking lot that is. I just realized I had forgotten to wear my wrist guards and was definitely not practicing safe EUC riding. But we were very hot at that point and didn't want to put anything clothes back on, and it felt good even just riding down the side streets here. Well, we're just about back to the parking lot, and it's been a fun ride, and I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along with us. And we'll catch you the next time around. Now wait, don't leave yet. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button so you get my next video.